We're live on YouTube. Now let me get Instagram started.
You're not live.
You're now live. All right, cool. So, let's see
I
here.
think that needs to be moved to the side a little bit.
Yeah, we'll move it
right
like
there.
that. Just like that. There we go. I might tip it up a little bit.
Someone just joined.
Let me tip it up a little bit here. Bring it up that way.
We're still adjusting the camera. Oh, wait.
All right, working on this one again. Stephanie, my wife, colored it, and
Someone says, hey, what's going on?
my son Donovan is here reading all of the things.
Again.
Hi, Taylor Matthews.
But I may be going out.
Okay.
Wait.
So, right now what I need to do is I need to... Whoops. Oops. I need to get the right tool here. Good grief. Stop it. And change that. I need to change all of the colors so that they work with what I want to do here. So the moon, this is going to be kind of a dark.
Someone, Taylor Matthews 007 says, love your work, keep it up.
Thank you. I'll try. So all of this is all sand, but it's going to be nighttime. So it's going to be
That looks like a good color.
a little bit darker. It's not gonna be dark. It's not gonna be like yellow sand like you would think, because it's gonna be nighttime. The moon's gonna be shining, but I think hopefully with the colors, and actually I'm gonna get a reference photo of a desert at nighttime. Desert in the moonlight. And let's see if we can get an idea of colors with that thought in mind. Okay, so yeah. So
Bluish.
we're not even gonna use,
Brown.
whoops, cancel. So we won't even use the brown colors for the sand.
Is there going to be a background or something?
Yep, there will be a background with some stars and the moon. Well, the moon's already there, but and we're gonna color the moon different color here.
Okay, no.
It's gonna be like that.
It's blue moon.
His hair is
No,
gonna
Dad.
be
Dad, it should be a red moon. I mean, no, never mind.
the blood red moon.
Never mind. I was thinking of like in Lord of the Rings, but that's a red sun.
Oh,
and sunrises.
Blood has been spilled this night. That is my least favorite line from that movie.
Mm-hmm.
It just comes out of nowhere.
Oh, someone says, how do you decide what to put into speech bubbles?
Well,
Seriously.
what?
I keep switching the camera on accident. Whenever I tap it, I accidentally
Oh,
tap
hey,
it.
Brian. Gabriel Reuter, Inc. 01. How do you decide what to put in the speech bubbles? Well, how do I decide?
You look up a quote and put it in?
I look up a quote and I put it in. That's the simple version of it. So yeah, as I'm reading something, a quote will strike me as needing an image to go along with it, and that's where my ideas for the comics come in.
Sarah Hannah B88 says, has a wave, and then Corwin Moser says, wow, you're really good at this.
Oh, thank you. So this is my reference photo for a desert at nighttime. As you can see, it's all pretty much blue. So that's what I'm gonna go for, except I need some brighter blues in here. I'm gonna grab from this middle tone here for that, and then for the background I'm going to grab from the middle tone of the background here. Okay. So then this cat is not going to be orange either.
It's gonna be
gonna be, actually, I'm gonna break some rules here.
Oh, someone says, do you do this for a living?
I do. I draw for a living. I don't draw RefToons for a living. Yet. But I do draw for a living. I do freelance illustration. And you can find some of my work over at paulcoxillustration.com.
Dad, I
Yes.
feel like the rope blends in too much with the sand.
That's because it is sand.
I
It's
know.
supposed to.
But I was thinking, could
It- I'll distinguish it a little bit more as I add highlights and shadows. Those are what is going to kind of distinguish it a little better.
Dad, where is Bob?
She left.
Where?
She's gone. Where? What in the world?
Mom didn't color the cat.
There we go.
That.
Breaking some rules by making these characters be somewhat colored differently than the...
Oh, us. Gabriel Rutinico 1 says, good reply. If I may ask, what does it say in the speech bubble? It's a little difficult for me to read. And then Daniel Moriv de Hawaiian says, looking great.
Thank you. Just a second. I'll get to what's in the speech bubble in just a moment here. McKenna, what are you doing? From who? Oh. Do that. Oh, I don't know where McKenna is, Harper. What?
Dad, I'm hungry.
I bet you are.
Can I have a granola bar?
No, not right now.
Once you finish that, you'll be able to read the speech bubble, right?
Yes, sorry. Okay, speech bubble says, works, works. A man get to heaven by works? I would as soon think of climbing to the moon on a rope of sand. George Whitefield.
No, the cat says meow.
And then, yes, the cat says meow. Meow. McKenna, you can go out now. Okay?
I'm hungry.
I know, but you need to go out. Go. Shut the window when you go out, please. Okay, so that's... Wait. I don't want that for the color here. I want that to be light.
Taylor Matthews 007 says, what is the chief end of man?
What is the chief end of man?
And then
To glorify God and to enjoy Him forever.
Says, today's low temp in Phoenix is your high temp. Then someone waves.
No.
Manthera Event says, how's the weather? It's 71 degrees here in SC.
Oh.
What is the weather?
Brian says that our high temperature is his low temperature. Let's see what that is. Mom and Dad met Brian at the G3 conference.
2 people both said amen.
So today's high temperature is 44 degrees. Tomorrow's high temp is 30.
The next day is
Thursday, Thursday is supposed to be 29 and snowy. So.
And then it goes 32, 33, stuff like that.
Alright, now let's get we'll get the background lighting in first. That'll be the first thing that I do. And I'm gonna grab my paintbrush here. Increase the size of that thing. And decrease the opacity level to 16%, we'll say. And I'm gonna grab this color from there. It's not quite black, but it's almost black. And I'm just gonna kind of mimic the idea for this. Oh, she didn't close that window. Donovan, can you close that window, please?
Yeah, sounds like Mom's home.
Yep. So I'm just gonna lay in some gradient here. It's gonna act as my sky background here. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit more. It's gonna give us
Someone did hard eyes.
Gives us some texture in the background as well as good light to dark here. Then I'm gonna add I'm gonna go a little bit brighter here and bring that up from the bottom at the horizon level.
Oh, loved the what video? What an honor.
Oh yeah, that was cool. That
Oh, and then another person
Yeah.
says the one with the guy throwing the life preserver the other day was Ace BTW. And then another person says hello.
was Ace, by the way. BTW means by the way. Hi, Ray. Yeah, the one with Augustine and Pelagius. I think that's like the 4th RefToon that I ever did back in 2017. Whew, that was a long time ago. Alright, now gonna do something over here with this guy and give him a glow.
Sierra Mac says the hippo makes me laugh every time. Ha ha ha.
I'm glad.
Also understand hard eyes. And then, what's the drawing say? My screen's kind of blurry.
It says works. A man get to heaven by works.
Oh, there's more.
Sorry. Oh, I don't know what's. I told her not to, and she disobeyed.
Yep.
What's next? I'll send it to her room.
Works, a man get to heaven by works. I would as soon think of climbing to the moon on a rope of sand, by George Whitefield.
Yeah, I didn't puke. But I almost felt like I had to, because you know when you're sliding, it's all sour and stuff.
Do you want to go lay down for a little bit?
Sure.
What was that noise? It's kind of a scary noise, Donovan. Especially if you're feeling sick.
I'll lay down on the couch.
Where are you?
Okay, we lost him.
You need to go to your room. Then you need to set it down. You're not going to use that yet. You're going to go to your room, bring the timer 10 minutes. Yeah, so set it down and you can come back to it after 10 minutes.
Okay, so we've got that. Yes, I made him cross-eyed. Had to. And now do a color hold on him here. Just means I'm coloring the lines. And then I'll do the same to everything that's sand as well. This will give it more of the effect of he's glowing and he's different than the rest of the image.
I'm trying to click on these two little happy faces,
Which one's?
but it's not letting me.
Oh, no, we don't need to do that. That's,
I don't know what it is.
That's the people who request to be in the live video,
Okay.
but we're not going to
It's
do
this
that.
one that we do.
That's,
the
yeah,
questions.
there's a question one, which is cool.
The wonders of computers. It looks great.
Thank you. Gonna have to make his tongue a little darker. Or lighter, actually. Is my head in the way?
Oh, your head is there. It's not in the way, I don't think. I wasn't looking. I was just thinking, boy, of all the ones, I just do not like this one.
This drawing?
I don't know. I think it's because he's a moon. It creeps me out. Not that it's bad. It's fine. It just isn't my style, I guess.
It's the worst.
Woo! Yikes. What will be your next cartoon, and who will feature? Who will it feature? Daniel Moore. Let's see. Weidlin.
I'm not sure. That's a good question. I don't really have a schedule for which ones are gonna come up. It just kind of happens. So I guess we'll see.
You're not using this one, are you?
Yeah,
you
I
are
am.
using this one. Whoops. You're like, what's going on?
I'm watching it. That's how I'm seeing
Okay.
what you're reading. No, I don't want Siri. All right.
You're working on Spurgeon right now, right?
I'm working on a Spurgeon tune, but that's gonna take a while because it's a few different pages and it's not on the computer. Usually the ones on the computer take me a lot less time to do. What? Okay. This is my reference photo.
For what? Your colors?
Yeah. Nighttime in the desert.
Oh yeah, I
should
guess
put,
there
like-
is a moon.
I should put like palm
Aren't you?
trees or something.
Brilliant.
What?
Didn't think of the moon being nighttime in the day.
I didn't either, actually, when I was thinking.
Well, you could
When
see
I was
the
drawing
moon.
this, because I was thinking
A
of drawing
lot
this,
of the
making the sand like yellow and stuff, and
Yeah.
that just wouldn't work. I don't
Mm.
think.
Well, I don't know. I think this kind of works a little better.
Yeah. So I'm gonna grab the lighter color on here. Use that.
Oh, cool. Okay. So I said Daniel Moore's name. His whole name is Daniel Moore. The violin is in my profile means violin in Irish Gaelic, or means Irish. Okay, sorry for the confusion. He says violin in.
Yes, he was on earlier, and we talked about him playing instruments for a living, and his family has a band
Cool.
called the Moors.
Very nice.
I've not checked them out yet. And Deo Gloria Art has just joined.
Yes, that's about
How's
it.
it
Do you
going?
think your stomach can handle it?
What?
Do you think your stomach can handle it? Oh. From Phoenix. Brian's in Phoenix. Hello. Must be warm down there.
Yeah.
Must be. I'm assuming. It's warm here. I can imagine it's a bit warmer there, but who knows?
Yes, he said it is. Our high today is their low down there.
Oh, really? Wow. What is it?
Which
40?
is 44 or something like that.
Okay. Very cool. I went for a walk today. It was so nice outside.
Yes, did you get what you needed to get?
I certainly did.
So now I'm going
Exercise.
to exercise.
Did I do something?
No.
I asked the girls if they wanted me to play a game with them, and they said no. So I said okay.
All right.
I'll go see if I can do it with Dad. So here I am.
It's good to have you.
Keep up the good work, brother. That's not me saying that. But it fit nicely, didn't it? That was from Deo Gloria Art.
Thank you. Everybody should check out their page as well.
Oh, do you know what kind of music, like what style of music they do? If he does
Who?
instruments,
Oh.
the violin.
The Daniel?
Yeah, Daniel Moore.
He says like Irish folk.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's cool.
Okay, just getting some highlights laid in here, and then I'll go over it again with some other things here.
Did you say you were going to stick a palm tree in there?
Yeah, I might do like some bit down here in the background silhouette
Okay. Oh,
type
yeah.
things, palm trees,
Pop it a little.
just to reinforce the idea that they're in the desert or in somewhere that has sand.
Piano Scrap says, do you have a list of projects that you are working on for RefToons? Yes.
I do. In fact, I started refining my list this morning on a calendar. And yeah, so some of it's like RefToon comic related, and the others are children's book / RefToons related projects. So
Did you say your compilation book? I was reading.
no, I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the projects is a compilation of all of the
Most of the tunes that you've done so
most
far.
of the tunes that I've done so far.
But Daniel Moore says, I play the violin. My family band plays bluegrass with some Irish and folk. That's cool.
Yes.
Very neat.
Gonna get some shadows going in here.
Is that a Cintiq piano scrap? Yes.
Yes. I had a smaller one, but it broke, so I replace it with this bigger one, which is a lot nicer to work on with the large area.
She's done.
Okay.
Remember what you learned about shading?
Do I?
Or like the highlights and stuff? Are you applying any of those techniques?
Subconsciously, probably.
Okay.
And now I'm doing just
It
kind
looks
of
like
an
snow.
overlay thing.
Do you think?
No?
Doesn't it? I mean, when you really think, or I don't know, doesn't it look like snow?
Yeah, so does that. But, it's not because of all the desert stuff, which I need to add.
Okay.
So now, I'm going to go a little darker with these.
Are you trying to mimic the blue sands in Aladdin? Subconsciously, perhaps.
Subconsciously. Actually, I have my reference photo right here of an actual desert landscape at night. And then I'll probably add some stars. And
Oh, stars. That would be a nice touch, wouldn't it?
yeah. It's probably cold by now. Yep.
Someone else asks, is that a Cintiq? It's Devin W. Smith. Yes, it is a Cintiq.
Yes.
Very cool. Love your work, he says.
Thank you. Now this is where it gets.
Daniel Moore says wonderful details.
Thank you.
I was just thinking it's interesting that you can switch from one side, like with the twist of the ropes, that you know where the light goes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and now that it's on top of the moon, you're gonna have light on both sides, and the core shadow is gonna be kind of in the right in the center there.
Not things I would necessarily care to think about.
Well, I have to think about them.
Well, not you have to think about them. But I mean, like, it would just be, I think for me that would be frustrating to see the details when I just want to see the big picture.
Yeah.
You know, like I think I'm too impatient for
Yeah,
beauty.
I think you probably are. And then I'll go over the edges again with more of a highlight.
I don't think this one's going to be done by 3:30.
No, I don't think so. That's alright. I don't want to just rush it and
No.
have it be
Yeah.
not good, or not done to the extent that I would have liked it to be done.
Mm-hmm. Is the black outline on there going to be black?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to change that as well. Actually, I should do that now before I get any further.
Is it frustrating too that I ask such questions?
No.
I'm not there yet. I'm getting there. It looks like snow. See, you can't have me in here.
No.
It's got to be frustrating on some level.
It's alright, I get over it.
Okay. Octavius Winslow says, looking good.
Thank you, sir.
And then Daniel says that first it seems that the eyes are crossed, but after looking at them again, I can see that they're not. Well done.
Well,
That's what I was kind of thinking. I thought, aren't you going to make them cross?
they're
Well, it's kinda
supposed to look
hard.
like they're cross-eyed because he was cross-eyed.
He was very like, yeah. If you look
Yeah.
at his old pictures and stuff. or paintings. They have them.
Yeah, his old photographs.
But it's just the one eye that is. But then if you had the other eye going, when you're looking farther away, it doesn't look like it is cross-eyed, does it? Because you'd be like if he was focusing on something near, then that one eye pointing in would be. I don't know. Do you think you could accentuate that, or do you think you won't
Accentuate what?
His
cross-eyedness.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It kind of does make you wonder, like, is that on purpose or is it not? In the drawing, kind of a thing, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I could make it easier to tell by giving him the big white around his eyes. But I don't normally do that for the RefToons, although I can for Whitefield. I think that would help make it look a little bit more. Even though I'd be breaking the rules of the RefToon style. But I think for the sake of clarity, I think it would be alright. And keeping this line somewhat textured, you may not be able to see it like in the final smaller version, but at least it is there for my own peace of mind. Textured as if it's made out of sand, which it is. Who could that be?
Yep, you guessed it.
I heard that.
You're asking the right person. But you need to ask the one who makes the money.
What?
If we do, we gotta walk for him.
Okay.
And we have to get there to pay him. It's like
That would get like $6.
We'll talk with Jack and we will let you know.
I hope we do though,
Well.
to get for the roll.
Well, if
I do. No, well maybe we'll have to save that for your birthday.
Yeah, and ice cream cake.
Ice cream cake? You keep changing your mind. Ice cream and cake or ice cream cake?
Actually, ice cream and cake. It's
Well, no worries, honey.
ice cream and cake frosting.
We're gonna have to narrow that down.
Okay, the green ice cream cake.
Okay.
And which green ice cream?
Okay. Octavius Winslow, did you go to art school of any type? Hang on.
okay.
Daniel Moore says, I like how you added Whitfield's white wig. And como se llama el programa? What is the program you're using?
It's a lot of questions.
Start with the program. That was the first one.
The program I'm using is Affinity Photo. So Whenever someone asks me that, I just do this affinity photo.
Mm. Oh, I can't really. Okay.
Sorry. What's next?
Oh, I go with ice cream cake for the birthday celebration. That sounds delicious.
Yes, it does.
So did you go to art school of any type?
I did. I went to a Christian liberal arts school that had an art program, and I went through that art program with a concentration on drawing. Their style of teaching was the classical art method, which is studying the old masters like Leonardo da Vinci and other guys, not just those old masters, but like N.C. Wyeth and stuff like that. But it was not for illustration, it was mainly just for art in general.
Which laid a good foundation.
It was a good foundation for me. But the art that I'm doing now, the illustration stuff, is something that I kind of fell into on my own after college, after not being able to find an art job. Of course, their idea was to prepare the students for
That's still black.
Teaching, to get a teaching job. So they weren't really concerned with finding jobs in like studios for people who would want that, or helping them know how to
do business,
find a job, or how to even do freelance if they wanted to start their own business.
But it would have been helpful probably to have taken some business classes.
Yeah.
So but not knowing what direction, and not really.
I didn't really know what I wanted to do or what I could do with art until I got laid off in 2009 from a job and couldn't find anything, so I found some freelance work through Craigslist, which ended up being terrible, but in the long run it helped prepare me to
a little more cutthroat.
Do freelance on my own. And then I found Odesk and Elance, which are freelance websites. They merged a few years ago to create Upwork, and I've been on there since 2011, I believe. So now most of my work comes through Upwork. And anyone who commissions me now, I have them go through Upwork.
And if they contact you a certain way,
if they contact me before going through Upwork, they can avoid paying the Upwork fees and stuff, which is nice. Uh-oh.
They can probably play outside.
Yeah, it's nice enough they can play out there.
I don't know what's going on.
Sounded like she went back inside.
You okay?
There you go. Alright, now let's get...
Oh, even with the cops. Oh.
Yeah, that's fine. They're not... I think they're gone.
You can play outside, but you need to be with a buddy. And only in the bathroom.
Something was going down today. The cops were wandering around our neighborhood. Looked like they were looking for somebody.
So you stay with a buddy, you don't leave your buddy. Oh, someone is clapping. I think so.
Clap, 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 clap.
from Romania.
Hello.
Or hi from Romania. Boy, I am not a good
That was a long drive.
reader. Yeah. Who is it that image you're doing? Not this guy. This guy's a random guy.
This
but that
is
one's-
George Whitefield saying, "Works, works. A man get to heaven by works? I would as soon think of climbing to the moon on a rope of sand." So, that is what I'm doing. And I'm just working on, getting some of the shadows and highlights on this guy. Not much right there. That's going to be more of a reflected light here. This will be gonna fade down into that kind of light. There.
I'm from Colombia. Jay Goss is the one who asked about that image.
Oh, very cool. Cali O. Is that what that says?
Yeah.
His teeth are too white. Oh, I should probably save this.
Shut him down and give him that nice if he's out there.
Shoo. Yeah. Now for some shadows. Hold on. It's too much there. There we go. This is probably a good color.
you're doing this with markers, it would just be a little bit more challenging, right?
It would be.
Because you wouldn't really be able to erase.
Yeah. These are more for...
Whoa.
Whoa! I would use them different. I would color differently if I was using markers. Definitely.
Hmm.
That is too little. There we go. Not sure if that works, but we'll see.
You're gonna stir that stuff up out there and
Sometime.
so not today. Is it gonna be long tomorrow too?
30. I don't mind going out in the cold. I'm doing it though.
We're getting some tomorrow.
Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like that.
We have a YouTube channel, the guy from Romania asked.
I do, and I'm actually streaming this on there right now. Oh, there are people on on the chat for there, which I forgot I was actually streaming on YouTube as well.
Oh,
So
we know where your loyalties lie.
I know. Sorry. Instagram. Yes, if you search RefToons on YouTube, you'll find the channel. And you can say hi in the chat over there, too. Brian's over there, and someone else. How long have you been painting, they ask. I've been doing this professionally for probably about 11 years now. I'm gonna redo this color here. And I'm gonna do this.
What other platforms do you live stream on? He didn't catch it. Or did you already read that? Did you see that?
Only Instagram and YouTube. I used to do Facebook, but I don't remember why we stopped.
You don't get anybody to talk to.
Oh
It's
yeah,
boring.
nobody would talk to us on Facebook, so we stopped doing that.
Which is okay, but it's definitely more fun when you get to draw and talk to people.
Yeah, I like Instagram because it's more interactive. There's more people are on Instagram even than Facebook, so or not Facebook, than the YouTube channel, so it's easier to strike up conversation on the Instagram live videos than anywhere else.
Is this Photoshop?
No, this is Affinity Photo. It's like Photoshop, but it's less expensive. It does a lot of the same things. Someone's hurt.
I don't want to look.
What's wrong?
Oh.
Okay, never mind. He just got snow in his boot.
Says the one who broke his arm
Twice.
2 different times and has 2 plates and 12 screws in it. So when we hear that noise, I panic a little bit. Oh,
Can I go inside while Harper and Ken stay out there?
that's fine, as long as they're together.
Oh, there's a glare on the screen.
Oh, that's what it is.
Does that help?
Oh yeah, probably. I'll put the.
Does that give it a worse glare? Oh, there it is.
Not really.
Alright.
You bet. Instagram is good to have.
Yes, indeed.
It's amazing what you can do for social media and how beneficial it is.
Did we... Oh, is that where you... David Peterman said, I didn't catch it. What other platforms do you live stream on? Okay. Yeah, so just Instagram and YouTube.
Wait, so how is YouTube watching? Because
What do you mean?
this screen is hooked up differently.
What screen is?
This one.
That's not live streaming. That's just for me. I'm looking at it, so I've got my OBS in studio mode. So I can look at this. If I wanted to transition this to the part that's streaming, I can push that transition button.
Okay.
And it'll transition between
to
cameras.
this one.
But
Oh, sorry.
I'm not.
How many children do you all have? I hope I am not being rude or invading by asking. No, that's okay. You'll hear 4 of them off and on coming through our door or window here. What do you... Oh, you can play with that, but let me put it together. So you don't lose them. Okay. This is a difference. Is Harper inside too?
What?
Is Harper inside? Did you
Harper?
leave her outside alone?
Did you forget you had another sister?
Nope, she's here. She just looks at me like, what?
Who's Harper?
I was sister.
Who is this child you speak of?
So usually Paul goes on live later in the evening when the kids are in bed, so we aren't interrupted so much. But it's
Today don't have much work for freelance stuff. Normally that's what I do during the day. So I decided just to get some RefToons done.
we have a minute remaining. Do we
Oh.
want to go live again or no?
Yeah, we'll go live again
Okay.
until I finish this.
So this time we'll run out on the live video and then we will hop back on in another stream here in about 45 seconds.
Oh, there it is. I sense someone at the window. But the YouTube stream will stay live because that doesn't run out.
Well, here, let me just end and then I'll do your stuff and hop back on. It'll be probably 30 seconds or so. We'll be right back.
Yep. Alright, so now I'm gonna, well, let me finish the colors on this guy's shirt and everything. Then I'll go and do more detail on the sand.
Now we'll go back on. Do you know why it does that
Does what?
time thing?
What?
The time. Like-
Because they only allow you an hour at the most.
Oh, okay. So you're back live. Welcome back, Instagrammers.
David Peterman asks, do you know if you have to watch the Instagram stream on a mobile device or can you watch it on desktop too?
I tried to find it. I don't know how to use Instagram, so this doesn't help. I couldn't
You
find
cannot watch it on the desktop unless you have what's called
it.
I think it's the IG Stories Chrome Google Chrome extension. It's an extension that allows you to watch the live videos or view Instagram stories. So if you have that installed, you can go to Instagram.com and check the top for the live videos, and you'll see them there. I think.
Yes.
So that's the only way I know of. Otherwise, I think you do have to use the mobile app, which is what I'm using to record, using my iPad. That's fine. That's fine. I have this open so that I can read the comments and stuff if I need to. He's saying. I just imagine that's what he's saying. That's what I'd be saying.
Whitfield?
No, this guy with his mouth open.
Oh.
Oh, I guess both of them could be. We can use that same color for his shadow on his tongue. Okay, now the highlight on the rope. Excuse me. Gotcha. I was looking for it on Instagram but didn't see anything. I like to have your live stream up next to my editor while I code. That's cool. Well, I will make sure that I always stream to YouTube as well.
Is there a reason he's buried in the sand?
Yeah, it's just there's so much sand coming from this rope that's burying him.
Okay.
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
No, it's fine. I just don't know. It just feels funny, but I guess it makes sense.
Well,
All your good works amount to, I don't know, just burying you deeper.
yeah.
Here we go.
And then I will also make the rope lines a lot lighter up here too, next to the moon.
Ooh.
Should have had a dog, then he could bark at the moon.
Oh. A wolf? Have you ever heard the wolf cry?
Or a wolf cry to the Whitefield moon.
I've heard coyotes right behind me.
Attacking something?
I don't know what they were doing. Yeah, maybe. Ugh. That'll paralyze you for a few minutes. Oh, maybe it's just me. What do you want for dinner?
That's a good question. Donuts. No, cinnamon rolls.
You're funny. What should we have for dinner?
I don't know. Eggs.
That's kind of nice.
Pancakes.
Oh yeah, we have that recipe, but I don't think I have any ingredients. We might have to save that one. Because we won't be having birthday food. Ice cream.
My brush, I see it keeps switching between the different brush shapes that make up this brush.
Yes, cinnamon rolls, Dana says.
It's the breakfast of champions. The
What?
dinner of champions.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I want to do sausage with it though after having
With what?
with eggs after
Oh.
having taco meat today.
That's fine. Alright, now I'm going to look for something. Yeah, that kind of gives it an effect of textured sand.
Oh, I guess I did that.
Look at that.
Yeah, that looks better. A little more crunchy,
I'm able to
grainy.
was able to kind of fix up this brush so that the luminosity of the color alternates at random to give it that grainy sand look. And then I can add that to this whole thing. Oops, too much right there.
On one side.
Alright,
Regular fringe.
okay. So there's that. Now some stars.
Approximate time here, we're looking at half hour-ish.
Probably half hour till it's completely finished.
Okay. Very big.
Add some stars in the background here. Also, I want to add some rolls for dinner. Cinnamon rolls for dinner was a great suggestion. Yes, yes. So let's see here. Wacky Animations just commented. Welcome to the channel. They're on the YouTube channel watching, and they say, "Hey there, I'm newer to the channel, and so far what I have seen, LOL, I love what you do. I'm an armature artist and I had a question. Do you have any advice for peeps like me? Thanks." I do not know because I don't know anything about armature. So I don't know that I can help you there. Also, I'm not sure what type of advice you're looking for. And, we're going to add some other things here as well. We'll go above this, and we're gonna add, whoops, too much. Sparkly sand in here as well. Just here and there throughout. Oh, I thought I said armature. Oh, it does say armature. Armature. Amateur. So you mean amateur. You're an amateur artist. I would say keep draw from life. If you want to get better at drawing, draw from life. Draw things that you see in nature, or sit in the mall and draw people walking by, or in the park. Just draw the people that you see. Make observations about how their posture is. Make observations about all the different cracks that you see on tree bark. If you're drawing a branch, make the observations about how that branch connects to the tree. And in doing all of this observation work, you will be creating an arsenal of imagery in your head that you'd be able to pull from. You're basically creating files in your head, and when you observe things, files for reference down the road of how to draw certain things or how something might be drawn. So that was a question from YouTube. And let's see, we got, I think there was another question on Instagram. Okay, Instagram. Gabriel Reuter Inc. 01 says, who is the author of that quote? And yes, Daniel answered him. The quote is George Whitefield. So, I hope that answers a bit of your question. Wacky animations from YouTube. So I've got YouTube and Instagram live streaming right now. So you'll hear questions from both platforms. And right now I'm just kind of putting some of the finishing touches, and I just realized I need to do shadows and highlights on this cat. So I'm just putting some finishing touches on this illustration, and then probably about 20 minutes I'll be done here. That's a guesstimate of time, not exact. Okay, I'm seeing more and more things that need my shadows. Pilgrim's Progress brush. Grab that. Oops, I think it was on that level. No, wasn't. It was this one. Okay. Okay, now the cat. Actually, do some more of Whitefield. Give him a glow from the inside here. Then do the same to the rope here. Whoops. And actually, I just had an idea. I will also make this word balloon the color of Whitefield's outline so that it better ties in with who is saying it. There we go. Cat needs to be colored. All right. Oh no, not all right. So now I need to go down here. I need to am I doing the right thing here? Not sure what I'm doing here. It's not showing up. Oh, because I didn't have the right layer selected. You always got to have the right layer selected. Okay, there we go. Now, so this is going to show that he is indeed in the desert or somewhere where sand would be just to reinforce the idea that this is all sand and not snow. Actually, there. One last thing that I think I'm gonna do is refine the highlights over here on these guys. Just to bring a little bit more attention over here to where his hand is grabbing, showing that that's what the quote is talking about. Alright, now take a look at it. Make sure I got everything that I want on here. And I will post this tonight. Actually, in like a few minutes, it'll be posted on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And you can make sure you share it, guys. And you can even comment on the post and say, I got to watch the creation of this. Thank you, Daniel. I had fun on this one. This was a fun one. Alright, so that is all for now. You can find more RefToons at reftoons.com. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube.